Author and religious historian Reza Aslan appeared on Piers Morgan last night to discuss his now notorious appearance on Fox News' Spirited Debate.
Reza, I mean, what were you thinking as that interviewer was asking those ridiculous questions?
Well, look, I mean, truly, I was kind of embarrassed. I mean, there's nothing more distasteful than an academic having to, like, trot out his credentials. I mean, you really come off as a jerk when you do that. But it was very hard not to keep mentioning that I'm actually qualified to write this book, so let's talk about the book instead.
Now, this is fascinating because Fox News is always in the spotlight for causing problems like this, but this one has, for whatever reason, really taken off. Why is that?
Well, for two reasons. One is that only on Fox News can you be forced to apologize for being too smart. You know, Fox News made him embarrassed to be an intellectual, I think, which is quite funny. But also, it just was. It reeked of like xenophobia or something. It was, how dare you, a Muslim, write about Christianity? The same woman interviewer, Lauren Green, had interviewed various Christian people writing about Islam and didn't ask them what makes you qualified to write about Islam. So it's...
Well, isn't there actually a moment in the interview where he brings that up and she says, of course?
Well, there's a moment in the interview where she sort of says to him, how dare you not disclose the fact that you're Muslim? And he says, you know, I disclosed it on page 2. We had him on a few weeks ago on HuffPost Live, and we had a really, really substantive, serious conversation. And I think it was interesting to see just the difference between, he couldn't even really talk about the book because her questions were so offensive.
Right, the juxtaposition.
We have a fun mashup of that interview with the Fox News one that we can take a look at right now.
You're a Muslim, so why would you be interested in the founder of Christianity? Jesus, founder of Christianity. God, educated Muslim, Jesus, Islam, Muslim.
Almost
I believe that you've been on several programs and never disclosed that you were a Muslim, and I think that's an interesting full disclosure.
The second page of my book says I'm a Muslim. Every single interview I have ever done on TV or on print says I'm a Muslim.
In college, you kind of found Islam, so to speak.
I didn't know anything about Islam.
Because your parents purposely, when they
My parents, when they came here, they basically scrubbed our lives
common narrative
of Islam.
You moved here in 1979.
You can actually see the look on Reza's face that is utter shock when some of these questions are coming at him from the Fox News side. It's so visible. Don't you kind of expect it, though, from Fox News?
You don't expect it from Fox News when you're going onto a show with the religion correspondent who has interviewed various religion scholars over the years and then asks a religion scholar, what are you doing writing about religion? So I think that, Reza, he was on this couch, he was really, really comfortable, really, really very nice and very sweet. I think that, I can't imagine that he expected that. However, his book is now #1 on Amazon as a result, so I don't think he minds.